Hi friends, in this section we'll study about the loop statements, for loops. So for loop statement runs one or more statements while the loop index is in the specified range. So we specify the range for this, the upper range and the lower range for the in the for loops, and it will run inside that specified space. So we'll write the code again to understand that how the for loop, what is the syntax of the for loops, how it works, and how it iterates through. There is not much difference between the for loop and the basic loop. For the basic loop, we didn't specify the range, but for the for loop, we specify the range. So again, we declare a variable. We num or write it a number. Then begin. So dbms output dot put line lower range is less than upper range. So now I will start the loop with the for the for loop we use the for keyword. So for um a is the number which I have declared outside, but for this I'll write a variable as I for I in 1 till 3. Then we'll write the keyword loop and dbms output dot put line as the I, and then end loop. So this is how we write the loop for then I as the variable. We do not want to declare this variable I. This is declared inside the PL/SQL itself, and it taken it as a PLS integer. So it could be in the data type is for this for PLS integer. So it could be in range 1 till 3. Then we start the loop and returns a dbms output, then end loop. So let's see what is the result for this. Now you can see, sorry, I forgot to concatenate the result with this. Yeah. So now you can see that the lower range is less than the when the lower range is less than the upper range. So lower range is 1 and the upper range is 3. So when the lower range is upper than less than upper range, the result is I is 1, 2, and 3. So it iterates number of times, 3 times it iterates and will show you a result. We Now you can it's similar to the base loop also. In that loop we write exit, but here we do not write exit, and we mention that how many times it want to iterate the loop. So we can also write it here that for I in, I'm writing another loop. It's not the nested loop. So it's another loop. It's another for loop inside that begin statement. So now when 2 is equal to 2, when the upper range, lower range is 2 and the upper range is also 2. So here the I would segregate this by giving the comment that the lower range is equal to upper range. Again, we'll write a third statement where the upper range is less. So now it's when 3 to 1. When the lower range is greater than. Then the output is. So there are 3 for loops we have written inside this begin and begin and end. Now you can see the lower range when it is less than the upper range, then the I is 1, 2 and 3. When lower range is equal to upper range, then the I is only, it returns only 2. And when the range is, lower range is greater than the upper range, it doesn't return any of the output to you. So it increments it by 1 and then checks that it increment it and then checks that is it matches to the upper condition. So is it inside the upper condition? In this, when it increments 3 plus 1, then it doesn't return anything to it, and as 3 is all less than 1, so it returns a null result to this. So this is the way how this for loops works. And in this for loop we have one more keyword which is used, that is reverse keyword. And with this reverse keyword, the value with the upper range decreases one by one iteration, and until it reaches the lower one. So we'll write the same example and by using the another keyword in the new worksheet. So we'll write the reverse keyword. And then we'll see what is the result it is returning. Now you can see the difference. The I here I is 3, 2 and 1, and the lower range is I is 2. So first time it when we were in the another window, then at that time it shows you the result 1, 2 and 3. So now it gives you 3, 2 and 1. And for the when the range upper range is equal to the lower range, then it returns I as 2, and when it is greater than upper range, then it doesn't result any of the result, because in this condition also it doesn't satisfy that the upper range and the lower range condition. So this is how the for loop and reverse for loop works. Reverse, sometimes you need to decrease, use it in a ascending or the descending order. In which order you want to use, you can use it and write it down. So this is upon you that how you want to iterate through the loops. So the for loop index, which is I here in this example. So for this for loop index, index for the for loop is the implicit declared variable, which I have told you earlier also. So it's the implicit variable, and we don't want to declare this variable. There is no need that we would declare this variable, and implicitly it is declared by PLSQL as the PLS integer, and the statement in the loop can be read. The value of this I can be read, but it cannot be changed. So let's write the example. Let's try to change it and then find what it is, what result it is returning to us. So I'm dropping this now. I'll try to change the value of I. Let's write that not with the reverse keyword. We'll write the simple one with the simple code. So for I, when in 1 till 3, if A is less than less than 3, then we'll return this output as I. Else, let's change the value of this I is equal to I assign this. Let's try assign this, and then end if. So this is one end if I've added inside the loop. So this is the loop, for loop. Now we'll execute this. You can see what error it is showing. Expression I cannot be used as the assignment target. So we cannot change this assignment I. So I've told you that this is declared implicitly by the Oracle, and we cannot change this. So we cannot assign, we cannot change, we cannot alter this in any way to use this, but this is implicitly used by this for loop, and we do not want to declare it. So this is how for loop works, and you need to write it down to understand yourself that how it will work. Thanks.